We turn things back to weather here, where we have really fantastic news all week long. Some of the nicest weather we've had in a very long time, and it's here to stay. I really don't have any signs of significant change, or at least change for the worse in the forecast. Let's take a look at what we're dealing with right now here across the board. Temperatures under 90, many spots even under 70 or even 80 degrees. So look at the mountain areas. Already some 60s there. Fall-like weather. We have been keeping an eye on the radar today. You can see just north of Kern County, very, very light showers. We did have the possibility for a little bit of light rain, but the odds were very low. So we're going to really focus on that too much. But still a stray sprinkle, not completely out of the question this evening. But the temperatures certainly feeling a little more fall-like. Overnight lows in the coolest parts of Kern County tonight, working their way down into the 40s. So the nights are getting colder and the days are getting much more comfortable, at least in my opinion. Nowhere in the 90s tomorrow. Everybody 80s or less. Again, high temperatures in many of our mountain areas, going to be as cool as the 60s. So really settling into that fall-like weather pattern. With the cooler air moving in, we are likely to see some gustier winds, especially over in the desert and even here in the valley as we get into the afternoon. Some gusts up to about 20 miles per hour. Definitely not out of the question as that cooler air continues to push into Kern. But the temperatures are going to stay very, very comfortable, and really stay is one of the key words there, because our weather pattern is not going to shift very much. We've got this upper level trough that's in control of our weather. You can see that cooler air really settling into northern California, but we're definitely catching some of that here. There's actually a secondary trough that's going to move in later this week. That's actually going to kind of go down a little bit farther still, I should say, and that's going to give us an even cooler weather as we head through the end of the week. So let's get into it here. Beautiful 7-day forecast. I've got 81 tomorrow, a few clouds early, good amount of sunshine late, moderate air quality. Gorgeous Tuesday for us. Wednesday, Thursday, lower 80s. That secondary trough moves in Friday. I've got us at 78 degrees. We have not seen highs in the 70s here in Bakersfield since May. Been a very, very long time since we've seen weather this cool, and the chance that we could actually return to the 70s as we get into next week. So a lot going on here. Not too much else beside the temperatures either. Occasional gusty winds, as we mentioned earlier, in eastern Kern. A tiny, tiny rain chance there on Friday for the KRV, but certainly the main story, temperatures feeling a lot more like fall, a lot more comfortable weather through the entire 7-day forecast.